Rick Perry, by the way.
Oh, this is
a big. I called him a dime store conservative.
And that's one way of putting it.
Several weeks ago, because we have these in the South. People that were Democrats, Democrats, while Democrats were in charge of the South, and then when Republicans became in charge of that, we saw this happen. They all went from being liberal to conservative. Here's a guy that ran Al Gore's campaign in 1988. Now, I was a registered Democrat, like most people in the South at the beginning, but I was always conservative. This guy that runs Al Gore's campaign, and then he writes a letter to Hillary Clinton in 1993.
A love letter. A love letter.
A love letter. I'm behind you, Hillary. I'm behind you.
All right.
This is what happens. You elect people like this, and he's not a real conservative, because I'll tell you, I was around in 1993. I ran in 94 because what happened in 1993. You can't be at his age for Hillary care in 1993 and magically become the Tea Party. Let's secede from the Union. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Ponzi scheme.
This happens all the time. You go across the Southeast, and there are dime store conservatives from Texas down to South Florida that seriously, whoever's in power at the time, they're the ones right out on it. Now, for Rick Perry to be claiming he's a small government Tea Party man, you know what? Doggone it. Let's just secede from the Union. Social Security's a Ponzi scheme. Let's shut down FEMA. And in 1993, when the guy was like in his 50s, or however old he was for Hillary care?
Well,
come on.
He's open-minded.
Yeah,
he's evolving.
He's
growing.
Evolving.
He is evolving.
I know what
so now
like.
we got Mitt Romney, and this is the Republican Party. We got Mitt Romney, who had his own health care fund in Massachusetts, and now he's running to dismantle what the Obama team designed their health care around. We got that choice, or if we're Republicans, we got Rick Perry, who ran Al Gore's campaign and who sent love letters to Hillary Clinton. When, by the way, this wasn't a question for conservatives or even moderate Republicans. Everybody knew in 1993 this was a disaster. But Rick Perry, he supported it.
All right, let's tell people what happened here.
I'm sticking with Bill Clinton's definition. He's a good-looking rascal.
Rascal.
A dime store conservative.
Presidential candidate or dime store conservative. Yes,
this is so rich.
Governor Rick Perry is fighting back at this story that Joe's talking about. It emerged yesterday that he'd once sent a letter to Hillary Clinton praising her efforts at pushing health care reform during her husband's administration. In that 1992 letter, Perry wrote to Hillary, quote, "I think your efforts in trying to reform the nation's healthcare system are most commendable. I would like to request that the task force give particular consideration to the needs of the nation's farmers, ranchers, and agriculture workers and other members of rural communities. Rural populations have a high proportion of uninsured people, rising healthcare costs, and often experience lack of services."
Well, he's for the universal mandate, too.
Yeah. Again, your efforts are worthy.
Yes.
And I hope you will remember this constituency as the task force progresses. Perry defended the letter.
Rick. Yeah.
Perry defended the letter in an appearance on Sean Hannity's radio show.
Oh, was Hannity for Hillary care in 93 too?
Well, I think he's just finding a nice, safe place to talk about this.
Oh, okay.
He says this.
I was the agriculture commissioner at that particular point in time, and obviously representing the agricultural rural interests in Texas. And the letter is straightforward. It says, listen, I hope as you go through this process of reforming health care in America, which I'm for, I didn't want them collectively to overlook a very important constituency. I had no idea that that was going to be the end product. What I thought they were truly going to work towards was trying to reform health care, and we had no idea. And then now we've got Obamacare.
Anyway, Perry's 1993 letter to Hillary Clinton had previously surfaced in one of Perry's gubernatorial campaigns. But you know what, though? This is, again, I'm sorry. It's just, we see this all the time. And I don't care whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, what you call yourself. If you believe, as Rick Perry believed in 1993, that it was commendable that Hillary Clinton was trying to nationalize health care, how how do you go from that position in 1993, talking about uninsured in 1993, and suddenly in 2010 you're like, we're going to secede from the union because of Obamacare and all these. It's just nonsense.
One thing that history has shown us